Welcome friends, my name is Robert and this is my review of Dragon Ball Evolution. I don't even know why I'm smiling. Before I jump into the plot, the characters, and so on, let's start at the beginning, because no matter what you did with Dragon Ball, you're going to have fans complaining. Where's Vegeta? Why aren't they Super Saiyans? Gosh darn it, why is Goku so skinny? So these uneducated fans start trashing Dragon Ball like crazy, and if they stopped making Dragon Ball Z fan videos with Linkin Park music in the background, and just picked up a Dragon Ball manga or watched the TV show, then they'd understand why Vegeta wasn't in it. They'd understand why Goku was skinny. They'd also understand why there wasn't Super Saiyans in Dragon Ball. But can you really blame them, because Dragon Ball Z was the most popular thing and it was also shown on TV a lot, and Dragon Ball was mostly shown in the 80s anyway. And that's the problem with adapting Dragon Ball to the big screen. It was in trouble from the beginning. You know, what do? Do you just do Dragon Ball? Do you just do Dragon Ball Z? Do you add elements of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z? What do you do? I didn't mention Dragon Ball GT. No one likes that. So adapting Dragon Ball from the manga and TV show to the big screen, you couldn't have characters like Puar and Oolong in the movie, because it'd just be completely stupid having a talking cat and a pig walking around wearing dungarees. It would just look stupid. So obviously you have to change some things like that. That I understand. But doing things like putting Goku in school, meaning Chi-Chi in school, things like this in the movie was just fucking stupid. Things that shouldn't have been adapted that way into the big screen. If you go to my film site, www.filmspunk.com, it's not TK anymore, it's .com. I bought a domain name. I whipped some cash out. You can look back through all my old posts. I was positive about Dragon Ball from the start to a certain point. And I think that certain point came, I think there was like 9 clips of Dragon Ball released online 2 weeks before the movie was released in Asia, I think it was. And those clips, and then the movie was released in Asia, and some terrible reviews were coming out, and that just crushed everything about this movie. I knew it was going to be bad, and so I went to see it today, hoping that maybe I'd get some enjoyment of this film. It was worse than I thought it would be. Okay, now I'm going to dive into the plot and characters. I'm going to go through both of them at the same time and tell you what I liked about the changes, what I didn't like, what worked, what didn't. Okay, so the movie begins, Goku is 18 years old and he's living with his grandpa Gohan. Didn't care that they changed that, because let's be honest, if you had a Dragon Ball movie with a little kid in it for the whole movie, that would just drive me insane and I wouldn't like that at all. I didn't mind that Gohan was alive, because if you're introducing Piccolo into this movie, which I didn't mind either, having a familiar villain in it definitely draws the Piccolo fans and some audience to it, because everyone knows who Piccolo is. Having Piccolo in this, killing Gohan, gives Goku motivation, and you can get the story to begin from there. The problem is, you should have had Goku as a 10-year-old for at least 20 minutes in the movie, watch him interact with his grandfather, and kind of build up a relationship. There was no relationship build up. I think there's like 1-2 scenes where Goku and Gohan are together, and that to me wasn't enough to believe that these two were close together. There is one shot though of Goku landing on Earth as a baby, and you see Gohan picking him up. That's about it. I think the baby's Asian, which really makes no sense either. Now the biggest crime to this movie is putting Goku in school. Instead of spending 20 minutes on Goku as a kid, growing up with his grandfather, you spend 20 minutes with Goku in school, slobbering all over Chi-Chi and acting like an idiot. Goku played off as a poor man's Peter Parker. Anytime Chi-Chi was around, he'd stumble up his lines, he'd act like an idiot. When he was training with his grandfather, he would train and he would ask his grandfather, how can I get the girl? How can I be normal? What kind of fucking talk is that? Bullies in this movie aren't fucking bullies. They are people who are attempting to murder Goku. At start, Goku is on his scooter or bike or whatever. It was kind of like a Peter Parker moment where he's on his moped and he parks it, and these bullies come out in their flashy car and just roll all over his scooter. Goku flips across and hits a car, and you're thinking to yourself, whoa, I would sue these guys, get them expelled, thrown in jail for attempted murder. They just tried to murder me, and all Goku does is grind his fist up and make angry noises. And of course, one of the bullies have a nickname for Goku. It's Geeko. Yeah, Geeko. I'm sure that's why it was probably called Dragon Ball Evolution, because the geek word evolved from geek to Geeko. That's probably why it's called Dragon Ball Evolution, the evolution of the word geek. Goku in the manga, as a kid to an adult, he's humble, he's confident, he's willing to learn, he's going to do anything to train harder. In the movie, Goku is pathetic. So there's a scene in the movie where Goku is leaving school and Chi-Chi says to him, you know, come along to my party tonight, we'll hang out, whatever. But the weird thing is, the people who attempted to murder Goku are also going to go to this party because Chi-Chi hangs around with these bullies. As in every cliche teen movie, the girl always hangs around with the jerk boyfriend. That's the same in this movie, she hangs around with all the jerks. And of course they're going to be at the party. And she saw Goku nearly getting run over earlier on before that, so she knows in the back of her mind that these bullies are coming to the party, that she just invited Goku, and shit's gonna go down. What a bitch! So Goku goes home, he decides to get ready, he goes out to the party. While he's gone, Gohan gets killed by Piccolo. Piccolo is the best thing about this movie. Every scene with Piccolo were the best scenes. James Marsters was brilliant. You could tell from interviews that this guy was passionate about the role, and I think he did a good job. The makeup looked great, the outfit looked great, and I enjoyed all the scenes with him in it. And after he kills Gohan, he disappears, and he's probably in the movie for about 5 minutes altogether, which totally sucks. The best part of the movie is not really in it that much, but we'll go into that more later on. So there's a scene at the party where Chi-Chi and Goku are talking, and he tells Chi-Chi that his grandfather was going to tell him something on his 18th birthday, and Goku feels all weird, and he says I have to leave, I think my grandfather's hurt. And he finds his grandfather almost dead on the ground, and his grandfather tells him that basically when the eclipse happens, a Zoro will come and basically destroy the planet, and Piccolo has been released, and he's going to use Zoro, which is his disciple, to destroy the world. Whoa, Grandpa, on my 18th birthday, I thought you were going to give me like an awesome gift. But no, on my 18th birthday, you were going to tell me that some big giant ape called Azaro was going to destroy the planet. And you didn't even mention that I was Azaro. Saiyans are born with a tail as well, and Goku has no tail in this movie, which is another thing that I'm not happy with. They took out of the story. Again, they should have had a scene where Goku is a kid with the tail and his grandfather chops it off. So for the rest of this movie, Goku is so monotone, he's boring, doesn't have anything interesting to say. Then he bumps into Bulma, and the Bulma scenes with Goku were a little fun. It kind of had the manga feel where these two were bantering back and forth. They just touch on that a small bit, there's not much of it. Emmy Rossum did a great job as Bulma. I think she is well suited for the part. Like James Masters, they're both great in the role, but the script was so weak and so badly directed that they didn't get to shine as much as they should have. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the scenes with her. Then they meet up with Roshi, played by Cho Yun-fat. Again, perfect for the role, but didn't get to shine because of bad script and bad direction. Once they meet up with Master Roshi, Roshi explains that they captured, all these mystics came together and captured Piccolo and combined them in this little jar. I forget the name of it. It's called Mufastu or something. I don't know. But let's just call it a jar. they trapped Piccolo in this jar, and he explains that Piccolo escaped. We're not told how he escaped, or why Piccolo was destroying planets and stuff in the first place. We don't know why he's pissed off. It's just Piccolo's here and he's bad and we gotta stop him. No explanation to anything. Roshi says we have to go back to the temple and make another jar to capture Piccolo in. I mean, if it's not going to work the first time, what makes you think it's going to keep him trapped the second time? What kind of fucking stupid logic is that? Roshi should be like, we're going to get everyone together that are strong and we're going to fucking blow Piccolo up. Fucking kill him, annihilate him. But no, you want to lock him up in the jar again, so maybe he'll escape in another 2,000 years. So on their way to their big adventure, they bump into Yamcha, played by June Park. This guy was just miscast. He was not good at Yamcha at all. He had the Yamcha voice. He put on the Yamcha voice, but just came across as a bad dub over. Yamcha was a desert bandit, but knew martial arts. He had the Wolf Fang Fist. I think that's what it's called. That was his like special move. In Dragon Ball Evolution, he doesn't have that attack. He doesn't know martial arts. Now all 4 characters must, with each other's help, must go and find the rest of the Dragon Balls before Piccolo does, because if Piccolo does, he will destroy the planet. The small things in this movie really fucking pissed me off. Like there's a scene where Piccolo is in his ship and he's getting blood drained from himself, and inside the room there's like a kind of little area with glass covering it, and he draws blood from himself and the tube goes into this whatever the place is behind glass, and these aliens called Fulham Assassins appear to stop Goku. I only know that they're called Fulham Assassins because that's the name they have on Wikipedia and IMDb. In the movie, they don't call them Fulham Assassins. They have no name. It's not explained how Piccolo's blood created these things. And there's other small things as well. Like, Chi-Chi is talking to Goku and she's like, I hate my name Chi-Chi. It's so weird. And Goku's like, well, there's other weird names out there. He more or less agrees with her, yeah, it's a fucking stupid name. I felt like the writers were saying, oh, we have to come up with an explanation to why she's called Chi-Chi so the general audience won't think it's weird. Well, of course it's going to be fucking weird. There's fucking characters called Piccolo, who's a green alien, is taking over the world. Of course the movie's going to be weird. General audiences have to sit down and just open their mind to it. Another scene where Yamcha keeps calling everyone bro. He's like, that's cool bro, yeah bro. And then he turns around and says, I learned that word from a daytime TV show. So they can explain why Yamcha says bro, but they can't explain how Piccolo's blood made those fucking alien things. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on? Where am I? You know what the weirdest thing about the Uzaro transformation was? When Goku transforms into Uzaro, his clothes stretch, it's ripped, because he's not giant. In the manga, Uzaro was like 50 feet tall or whatever, like way bigger than King Kong is. But in this, he's like Hulk size. But you'd imagine, you know, his clothes are ripped and stuff. Now after Goku goes from Uzaro back to Goku, his clothes are back in pitch perfect condition. What the fuck is that? You know, I can imagine the writers sitting down going, you know, this movie needs to be a bit realistic. Goku needs to be in school. But yet, it's so unrealistic that when he goes back from Uzaro into Goku, his clothes are not ripped. That's not fucking realistic. That's giving you the fucking middle finger saying you're a fucking idiot. You want to know what the worst part about this final battle is? After Goku does the Kamehameha, they all see Piccolo just lying on the ground with his eyes closed. They don't even check if he's dead. They just leave him there. You know, if I'm Goku, I'm like, you know, this bastard just killed my grandfather, the only person that I loved besides Chi-Chi, that I loved in his life, that raised me. That guy killed him, but I don't even check if he's alive. I just leave him there. And you know what, Goku? Because you're a fucking idiot. After the credits, we see Piccolo is still alive and he's getting nursed back to health. Great job, Goku. Great job. At the end of the day, the only people you have to blame is Fox Studios and the writer and director, who they also hired as well. Because those guys, they're the ones who fucked Dragon Ball up. They destroyed it. They took the source material and went. That's what they did to Dragon Ball. Overall, I give Dragon Ball The Evolution 3 out of 10, and that's being very, 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 very generous. Please visit my website www.filmspunk.com. It's my film site. I update it every day. You can leave comments in the posts. And thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.